Ralph Hopton, 1st Baron Hopton DL, was a Royalist commander in the English Civil War, appointed Lieutenant General under the Marquess of Hertford in the West at the beginning of the conflict. Life. Hopton was the son of Robert Hopton of Witham, Somerset. He was apparently educated at Lincoln College, Oxford, and served in the army of Frederick V, elected Palatine in the early campaigns of the 30 Years' War. In 1624, he was lieutenant colonel of a regiment raised in England to serve in Mansfeld's army. King Charles I, at his coronation, made Hopton a Knight of the Bath. In the political troubles which preceded the outbreak of the English Civil War, Hopton, as Member of Parliament successively for Bath, Somerset and Wells, at first opposed the royal policy, but after Strafford's attainder he gradually became an ardent supporter of Charles, and at the beginning of the conflict he was made Lieutenant General under the Marquess of Hertford in the West. His first achievement was to rally Cornwall to the royal cause by indicting the enemy before the grand jury of the county as disturbers of the peace, and had the posse comitatus called out to expel them. Next, he carried the war into Devon. In May 1643, he defeated the Parliamentarian forces in the West Country at Stratton, enabling him to overrun Devon and link up with reinforcements under Prince Maurice. On the 5th of July, the combined forces clashed indecisively with Sir William Waller at Lansdowne. Hopton was severely wounded by the explosion of a powder wagon. Soon afterwards, he was besieged in Devizes by Waller. He defended himself until he was relieved by the Royalist victory at Roundway Down on the 13th of July. He was soon made Baron Hopton of Stratton. These successes in the West enabled the Royalists to expand the control across southern England as far as the western fringes of Sussex in late 1643. But a counter-attack led by Waller forced Hopton back to Winchester. Hopton was reinforced by a force under the Earl of Forth, but on the 29th of March 1644 he was defeated by Waller at Cheriton and again forced to retreat. After this, he served in the Western Campaign under Charles's own command, and towards the end of the war, after Goring had left England, he succeeded to the command of the Royal Army. Hopton was defeated at Torrington on 16 February 1646 and surrendered to Thomas Fairfax. Subsequently, he accompanied the Prince of Wales in his attempt to prolong the war in the Isles of Scilly and the Channel Islands. His intransigent views were incompatible with the spirit of concession and compromise which prevailed in the Prince's Council from 1649 to 1650, and he withdrew from active participation in the cause of royalism. He died in exile at Bruges in September 1652. His title was extinguished with his death. The king, Prince Charles, and the governing circle appreciated the faithful lieutenant less than did his enemies Waller and Fairfax, the former of whom wrote, "Hostility itself cannot violate my friendship to your person," while the latter spoke of him as one whom we honor and esteem above any other of your party.